Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. I want to share with you what is going on. This woman is only 20, I believe she's 23 years old. And I had shared not too long ago a black woman who went to a country in Asia, also from the UK, who just got charged, sentenced to 6 years in prison. She says she was great and they said that she extorted money from the man because she wanted her rapist to pay her for what he had done to her. And she ended up going to jail. Now you have this woman from the UK as well. She went to Dubai. She went to Dubai and they are going, she faces being unalived by a firing squad because she fatally murked this man. She was dating him and said that basically he was abusing her and a lot more, and it was self-defense, and she met him online and he's no longer here, and they want to end her life over there. Listen, when you are going to these other countries, a lot of the world does not take the side of women, especially in Middle Eastern countries where if you get graped, in most Middle Eastern countries, if you get graped, they will say that we need 5 witnesses that you got graped, which there usually isn't, especially if a man comes in your room or kidnaps you or something. And if you don't have 5 witnesses, then you will get 74 to 100 lashes. You will face jail time. It's not women friendly when it comes to a man ending up unalive, and it's a woman who did it. You are in grave danger. Even if you did, practice self-defense, a lot of these countries will not see it that way. They will not see it that way. A lot of countries are very strict and they're very anti the woman. Now, the irony is a lot of these countries, some of these countries will say, we protect the woman. But yet the woman can't leave the house without a male chaperone. Yes, in Dubai, it's known to be a more liberal sort of place, the UAE, where, women can walk out at nighttime. I believe in Dubai and some surrounding areas. You can go out at nighttime. It's known to be usually very safe from what we hear. But there are other Middle Eastern countries where it's absolutely the opposite, like Afghanistan, for example. So let's see a little bit of what happened. Let's get a little bit more into this story. It says UK influencer is facing a firing squad in Dubai after stabbing her boyfriend to death, claiming self-defense. She's 23 years old. She's British. She's a TikTok influencer named Brooke George from Gravesend, Kent. A former John Lewis worker with nearly 100,000 followers. She is facing and being executed by a firing squad in Dubai, a woman being gunned down basically. She is accused of taking the life of her 26-year-old British boyfriend, William Tirby, after they met online. It says that she claims he became very controlling and abusive and booked her only one-way ticket, withheld her passport, and assaulted her when she returned to the apartment to retrieve it so she could fly home. So she says he was controlling, he was putting hands on her and wouldn't let her go home. Okay, she says that she acted in self defense, but she has been charged with premeditated murder. The case is being supported by an advocacy group. She's being detained again in Dubai. Her mother has publicly pleaded with authorities for mercy. Okay, so imagine, imagine seriously seeing your daughter, your 23-year-old daughter. They want to use a firing squad to end her life. That's when they sit you up there and the squad comes in with the GUNs and they gun you down. Okay? They don't even know if if it's true or not. Like, as far as saying it's premeditated, they weren't there. They don't care. All they know is a precious man um, is no longer here. She did it. They don't care if he was putting hands on her. They don't care if he was holding her hostage. They don't care. All they know is, oh, well, he's gone and you're here. And it's a very pro male sort of environment. Okay. There are laws in most of the Middle East where you're not allowed to curse in public. You're not allowed. Now, I know in Dubai, I have seen a lot of women wearing things they claim they couldn't wear. But in some other Middle Eastern countries, you can't have your arm out. You can't have your ankle out. You cannot argue with your man. And they don't even want it in private, some of them, or in public. You can't do this. You can't do that. And the man ends up unalive. A man, his value, his life means more than yours as a woman. That's a global thing. I mean, I had told you, in America, you're never going to see men who grape getting an execution all over the country. You're never going to see this happen on a global scale. Men run the world and they protect men. They don't consider violating us in the worst way possible, shoving his genitals up you and hurting you. They don't consider that to be one of the highest offenses. Oh, you need 5 witnesses now to prove it. So how am I supposed to prove it that there weren't 5 people around watching the man grape me? They don't care. Then you also have to factor in that a lot of countries are not developed. They don't have grape kits. They don't have scientists to do grape kits. They don't know. They feel like, well, we don't know. We weren't there. So you need to be able to prove it. They don't test if the man's semen is in you. They don't do any of that. They don't care that you could get pregnant by your rapist baby. You can catch HIV from a rapist. You have internal tears that might not heal in your private parts, especially if they rape you anally. All of these things. It's a man's world, despite the fact that they're always online complaining like a little baby about women, even though the world still caters to them. Around the whole globe, things happen to women and they take the side of the man. Now, I'm not saying, look, I wasn't there. It's always possible that maybe she just stabbed that man. It's always possible, but a lot of these places, they don't even care to truly investigate anything. You know, maybe when you go to these countries that are very strict and can be against women, you have to think a little bit more about certain things that you do. My thing is the first thing I would want to do if I were over in Dubai and I have a violent man, he's trying to withhold my passport, he is controlling, I would try to call some sort of authorities. I would call somebody for help if I'm able to. I would maybe go somewhere where I know cameras are in the building or something so that they can see the man chasing me or acting crazy, something caught on film. And in some cases that's still not enough. It's still not enough. So even if they have mercy on her and they don't execute her by a firing squad, they probably are going to put her in jail, possibly for life, possibly for life, or just long. Okay. And I don't know. There were no cameras, nothing was captured. So no one knows what the whole truth is. They don't, and even if it was true, a number don't care. She's a woman. You know, like the case that I had again with the black woman who was in Asia who said she got raped. They immediately took the man's side. He's a wealthy man. And now she's in prison for 6 years in a foreign country. Remember that film, Broken Down Palace? How when you go to these other countries and you're not from there, you can get set up. All types of stuff happens to you. You no longer have the protection of our country. I mean, sure, the president could try to intervene and stuff like that, but you're in their hands now. And that's what's happening over here, over there. You know, I've seen a case of a woman Look, you can't go over there cursing up a storm and making a scene in public and getting drunk, and you can't disrespect a man or a woman, but especially a man, and getting loud, even if they're wrong. The way you behave as a woman is taken with more offense, is taken more seriously, and they will lock you up. They will charge you with things. And here we go again. Just 23 years old, and possibly will be taken off the earth by a firing squad after she said he withheld her passport, controlled her, was abusive. She met him online. I'm wondering, how long were y'all talking to each other? That's just dangerous within itself. Meeting someone online is dangerous. So now she's in a jail in Dubai, and the jails, I'm sure, over there are absolutely just, oh my God, for a woman. So I just wanted to share this story with you about what's going on and what can happen to you when you go to these other countries and over here in America. Anytime a woman takes the life of a man, is seen as more serious, but a man take the life of women, and they get out of jail, a number of them eventually. So I don't want to see anyone being taken off the earth who doesn't deserve to be taken off the earth. I wasn't there, but this just goes to show you, even without proof, that they don't know what happened, but they want to end her life. They want to end her life. So that is it for today's video. It's not a long video. I just want you to know again what's going on. Okay. I want you to please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell, click all notifications, and I hope that they would investigate. I don't know what they would find if there were no cameras there, but her life is in danger. Again, if they don't give her the firing squad, she probably will get a long time in a Dubai jail. Okay, so I will talk to you all later. Again, if you click the bell for all notifications, click all notifications so you'll know when I'm live. And when I'm uploading, if you have any stories, my email is in the description box. You all take care. Bye.